Welcome back to the channel, The Creative Investor here. Let's get into why AMC is getting ready to go through a rally. And if I was not an ape, if I am not hodling for the short squeeze, I would be looking to make a trade on AMC. Everything is setting up in AMC's favor to go much higher. And the close that we did see Friday is very encouraging and only leads more evidence that this rally is actually going to start very shortly. But keep in mind, I am not a financial advisor, not a financial planner or your dad, so I hold no responsibility over what you guys do with your money. Take in the due diligence and the opinions that are mixed in here and there throughout these YouTube videos that you guys watch revolving around AMC and come to your own conclusions. If nobody has told you that, I will be the first to tell you that we are not financial advisors. So let's get straight into this video. I don't want to waste any time. Hit that like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date with the most up-to-date content around AMC stock. So let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. And AMC had a very strong close on Friday. We did close at about $40.74, down 59 cents in after hours. Overall was a positive day for Friday, and the fact that we stayed above $40 per share was really this confirmation of this breakout that is starting to play out, but more on a macro basis, right? Macro is looking at the overall trend over a longer period of time. Micro would be looking at the more near term, a shorter time frame. And on the macro trend that we are seeing is obviously to the upside. We're seeing this 200-day moving average continue to go up. That is right there a great sign. But this $40 level has been very important. We have, for the most part, over the last, since about July 30th, when we did break under $40, we have really struggled to stay above $40. We only went above $40 in between August 24th and about September 20th. So almost a month we were above 40, and then we come back down, or I should say came back down under 40, and then we were really struggling for a long time to get above $40 per share. But what happened last time we went to $40 per share? We seen a massive gap up going from, about $40 per share all the way up to a high of $48 per share, came back down to 40, and then continued this rally to $53. This was after the earnings call that did come out on August 9th, when we were at a low of about $28 per share. The earnings were incredible, beating all analyst expectations, and that is really what gave us this bullish sentiment to go higher, as well as that we seen volume go back into the stock. As you guys do know, we have earnings right around the corner, literally 2 weeks away. November 1st, AMC is going to provide us their guidance going ahead into the future, which is going to be the most important thing of all, but also reflect back on the due diligence that we have provided, the numbers that they have put out in several different reports, that the business is continuing to grow and to really crush that short thesis once and for all. I think after this earnings call, they could potentially rake in $1 billion of revenue. That may be on the higher end. More than likely 700 to 800 million is really where I'm projecting. Very bullish on the company. It could come in lower, could come in higher than $1 billion. You never really know. Either way, the short thesis on AMC is going to be crushed. And typically, this is something I've called out many times on this channel. If you guys have been following this channel or you're subscribed, you watch all these videos, you know exactly what I'm going to say. But on the May 10th earnings call of 2021, obviously, we went up about 60%. On the May 6th earnings call, 1 month later, we went up 1,000% in value. And then back here, like we just called out August 9th, we went up about 100%. And now this earnings that is coming up, hopefully on November 1st, that is the estimated date so far, I believe it will be November 1st, is going to be the best earnings that we have got in the past 2 years. So this is going to be very important for the whole short thesis being crushed on AMC, as well as to continue this technical breakout, because a lot of people don't understand why fundamental valuation matters in a company for a short squeeze trade. And what it comes down to, the simplest way to think about this, if you are a hedge fund, if you are somebody that has a lot of money, or you are just a more passive aggressive investor, you're going to look at a company like AMC. What is your best case scenario? Obviously, short squeeze, we go to thousands of dollars per share. What is your base case scenario? That we just go up with the fundamental valuation. What is your worst case scenario? Is that you go down to that fundamental valuation or a little bit under that. And I would make a justifiable argument with you guys that I could value AMC in between $25 and $30 per share, depending how far out your timeline is, how long you wanted to hold AMC. You could make that argument. So that would be your lowest case scenario. Obviously, base case scenario would be trading in between $40, $60 per share. So whatever number you want to put on it, that's your base case. You really don't know with a base case. Your best case scenario is going to be a short squeeze. And that is what is really important. If a stock, let's say just any random stock, let's say AMC was $1,000 per share and the fundamental business only, supported a $100 valuation or a $5 valuation, whatever the number is. If there's a huge gap, a lot less people are going to be willing to invest. That's why I never traded CEI. They did 400,000 of revenue last year, and that was actually less than the year before that. So really your fundamental valuation, there's no cushion there. So you're either going to be really right or you're going to be really wrong. And at this point, unlike in January when bankruptcy was a real risk for the company, at this point you can only stand to lose so much because the fundamental valuation supports a majority of the price of AMC. So hopefully that makes sense. If you guys don't understand, I will clarify that down below in the comment section. But that in a nutshell is why the fundamental valuation does matter. And specifically at these prices, the risk to reward with investing in AMC makes a whole lot of sense to buy AMC instead of short AMC or, not get in on the trade. In my personal opinion, you guys can have your own opinion. There's different ways to value a company, but from what the metrics I have used, it makes a lot of sense to buy AMC at the current moment. Now, like I said, when you do cross above $40, that's really where you're looking at that breakout, which did happen on Friday. We closed above that, which is a great sign. But if you guys really look at this, we have 3 green candles. We have had a very strong last week. That's exactly what we happened during this last breakout when we did go up to about $48. Like I said, you get these 3 green candles, and that's exactly how we are setting up yet again. Mix that in with earnings and the fact that we have had such low volume, guys. With low volume, that means you're not seeing a lot of buying, you're not seeing a lot of selling. The very red days we've seen, likely due to shorting that is going on with the stock. I don't think apes just, are selling out when the stock is down 1 to 3%, which is really not a big move in the grand scope of things, but it's more than likely just shorting that is helping to outweigh the buying. But what we have seen is the buying picking back up. We did see a relatively high volume day of about 60, almost 68 million back here on October 14th. So that was a great sign. And then the next day we did see elevated volume yet again at 46.5 million. That was on Friday. So I think you're likely to see this volume continue, as well as that, just the overall grand scope of earnings. You are likely to see an earnings run up. That is where you get the earnings date confirmed, let's say November 1st, like it's pretty much speculated to be right now. You could see a rally into earnings, or you can see AMC pretty much flat. I don't expect an earnings rally. Over the past 3 earnings calls where AMC has went up monstrous percentage gains afterwards, about a month after, that's where you do get the peak from the earnings report that starts the bullish sentiment. You don't see an earnings rally into earnings. So I don't think that's going to happen, but just on a technical basis, we are really looking at a breakout here. And like I was saying about volume, I kind of got off topic there. I apologize for that. But when you're seeing that low volume, it doesn't take a lot of volume to move the stock a lot. And when you do see the trading algorithm start to buy the stock, more than likely heading into this next upcoming week from Monday to Friday, you're going to see trading algorithms making trades on AMC due to the fact we stayed above $40 per share. We've seen 30,000 contracts that closed in the money. We have not seen this in a very long time with AMC stock on Friday at this $40 strike. So you're going to see a lot of support, I do believe, at the $40 price, likely to gap up on Monday as we do typically see. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm not a financial advisor, not a financial planner or your dad, so ultimately anything can happen. I'm not saying to take an options trade right here a weekly or even a couple weeks out. You guys feel free to do that if you guys want to. If I was a trader and I was looking at this, that's what I would do. But like I said, do not think I'm telling you guys to do that. I much more prefer the shares on AMC until you can confirm the shorts are covering and the MOAS is actually happening. Then by all means, feel free to play options. You're going to help the cause with a substantial gamma squeeze at that moment. But the biggest thing to know about trading options in general is never invest, or just trade. I shouldn't say invest because it's not investing when you're trading options. Never use an amount of money buying options that you are not willing to lose. That's why I usually keep options trades in between $20 and a couple $100. Something I am willing to, let go down the tubes and expire completely worthless. As we do know, most contracts expire worthless. About 60% of all contracts on the stock market do expire worthless. So that's what you guys need to know. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this video. If you did, hit that like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel. Also, if you guys want to be notified every time I make a trade on AMC or any other stock, whether it's a day trade, swing trade, or long-term investment with stock options and or crypto, check out the link for the buy and sell alerts. It literally pays for itself. As well as that, if you guys do want to just directly support the channel, you guys can check out the link for Public and Webull in the description of this video as well. So that is going to be all. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you in the next video.